Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. We're already open for business here because we were doing a test live stream, and I am happy to report that we are no longer doing Kung Fu movies. That's right. I got everything synced up. I stayed up late last night trying to, literally wiped out the software, reloaded it, updated the cameras, went through and I could not figure it out. And then I went online and thank God for the internet because you can learn how to do anything. You want to make a bomb, you can find out on the internet. But I found out how to do the settings in my live stream that doesn't use as much CPU, as well as syncs the stuff up. Now, there's only one bad thing about it is it's now another 1 second delay. As all the information and data goes in there, it needs a second to sync it up before it puts it out to the blogosphere. But better that it's all synced up as opposed to not being synced up. So earlier today, I did a video about Dak Prescott and what he was going to take away from Troy Staubach as well as Tony Romo. And that is game-winning drives. If he goes on for the current pace, in another 5 years, 4 years, he'll have the record, which is unbelievable. We know that Troy Aikman had 20 game-winning drives. Roger Staubach had 21. Tony Romo had 29. He'll easily beat those. Now, here's what's crazy. The all-time record, Peyton Manning, has 54. If Dak plays for 9 more years, he'll have that at the current rate, which is unbelievable. Now, a lot of people think that, oh, well, Mark Holmes, he's just all in. He thinks that everything that Dak Prescott does is perfect. And I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is what he's already accomplished at 3 years in the league is phenomenal. Now, I also said I was going to come back and I was going to give you things that he needs to work on because, I believe me, he needs to work on some stuff to be the perfect quarterback. And the great thing, because you guys know I'm a numbers guy, I like to go through 5 trends. A lot of times I've gotten things right. It's because I go ahead and I do the research. I don't just come through and just pull stuff out my behind. Like all these idiots out there that'll come through. Well, he's the dink and dunker. Well, show me the data on that, because he's not the worst passer completing passes in the NFL. Far from it. He's in the topper end of it. Do your research. Now, as Dak is one of the best fourth quarter quarterbacks, and in fact, some of these numbers just blew me away. When we're in overtime, Dak Prescott has been 151.6. In the fourth quarter, when we have been within 7 points, one way or the other, he's a 105.9, completing 65% of his passes, 4 touchdowns and 1 interception. That's when the game's on the line. You got a lead or you need a score to hold on to the lead or to win. And he's got a 105.9. Then you look at some of these other numbers. When the Cowboys have been tied, he's a 105.3. Again, when the game's tight, that's when a lot of guys speak their kind of tightens up. He doesn't. That's when a lot of guys throw up, like Donovan McNabb. He doesn't. When the Dallas Cowboys have been behind 1 to 8 points, he's a 107.5. 8 touchdowns, 1 interception. That tells you game's on the line. I want my quarterback out there. In fact, you think back to some of those games like when we were up against the Green Bay Packers with Matt Flynn, 26-3. It'd been nice to have Dak Prescott there because we wouldn't have blown a lead. But be that as it may, where Dak needs a lot of work, and I mean a lot of work, is right here. Let's see. Come on, Pen. Come on. There we go. Right here. Red zone. This is the spot that the Dallas Cowboys need the most work on. When we're on the opponent's 19-yard line to 1 yard line, 78.4. Now, the good thing is he's had 13 TDs there and 3 interceptions. But we need to get more out of the red zone offense. Now, another good thing about Dak Prescott in the red zone is he's actually one of the best running threats in the NFL. He leads it. I think it's average of 2.4. He's something like 5. So you've got that added dimension that's in there. If we, and this is not just a problem for Dak, this is a problem that we've had, in past years, is being able to get into the end zone. Now, one thing that's definitely going to help is getting Jason Witten back. Jason Witten is a short-handed guy who can catch the ball. Having Randall Cobb, having Amari Cooper, and a healthy Zeke Elliott and a good offensive line. But we need to make sure we're scoring touchdowns instead of field goals. Bottom line. There's so many of those games where we just could not get into the end zone where, a score here and a score there ends up making all the difference in the world. So I'm here to tell you. I know you guys don't think that I don't think that he's perfect, but he's not. And he's got some things to work on. But when you look at these numbers, come on now. Come on now. You know this is a lot that you can build off of. All right, guys. I'm going to go get disappointed watching Game of Thrones because they got Aaron frickin' Rodgers on there. I don't know why the hell they need to bring in Aaron Rodgers. I mean, first you end up having a Starbucks cup on the table left out there. Now you're bringing Aaron Rodgers. Are you just trying to kill it for all of his fans? I mean, come on, seriously. Aaron Rodgers, what in the world do we think Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to bring to the Game of Thrones? Seriously. We've had this thing build up for 2 freaking years. We're on edge for the last 6 episodes. And now you're bringing in Aaron Rodgers? Why? Why? I'm Mark Holmes. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing. I'll see you soon.